Growing up in Tegucigalpa, Honduras, I was encouraged to pursue my curiosities and passions. However, as a queer boy, I learned that my fluid forms of expression were at odds with the strict set of expectations of Honduran masculinity. I feared social alienation and constructed my masculinity after my father and my brother. I internalized, repeated, and performed a number of inflections, mannerisms, and interests to safely navigate the world. Nonetheless, I became progressively less confident in this masculinity because it was artificially constructed. When I was 15, my parents decided to move from Tegucigalpa to the bustling metropolis of Los Angeles. Because my siblings were living in the US, this move would bring our family together and offer economic opportunities. To me, moving meant leaving behind the comfort of the communities that nurtured me. The move represented the possibility of forgetting the tropical landscape and streets that watched me grow. In Los Angeles, I refashioned my identity to reflect the individual I had suppressed for years. Developing strong friendships with visibly queer people at school helped me let go of the burden of performing a homogeneous masculinity. I no longer felt the need to conceal my sexuality and personality from the public eye. Nonetheless, I struggled to articulate my non-conforming identity to my parents. I often wore the mask of a burdensome masculinity around them. I felt the need to introduce my new self progressively to them in an attempt to deconstruct the concept of a single, defined man. I started experimenting in fashion, aesthetics, grooming, and physical expressions within my home. In college, the physical distance between me and my family gave me a feeling of complete freedom. I took full ownership of my sexuality and newly conceived masculine identity, allowing them to permeate and inspire my artistic vernacular in dance. Through dance, I could communicate pluralities in gender expression and reclaim the movement I once denied for myself. After years of performing for the sake of others, I finally found the freedom to perform for myself and project myself out into the world. I was anxious about the return to Honduras, where queerness is culturally stigmatized. But once there, I was able to laugh with friends and express myself. To my surprise, someone in the conversation quietly asked me, "Are you gay?" And I responded confidently, "Yes." He was caught off guard by my honesty and conviction, and I was equally surprised when he said, "You know, I am too." I was the first person to whom he disclosed this identity. I represented for him what my first queer friends in Los Angeles represented for me, an unapologetic example of visibility. My process of becoming comfortable with my queer identity as a Latino has been defined by performing. I learned that taking off the mask leads to an introspective review of my identity. Being visibly comfortable in my identity validates my sense of belonging in the world and helps others feel secure with their non-conforming identities too.